Upper in the top left, this is Dark. Representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming. His opponent in the bottom right, this is Time. Defense is for idiots, always attack. And the description I've got from this game, which is straight from the season finals group stage C, was that this was one of the best matches I had. When I looked at my little form where people suggest different matches. Oh my god, thank you, Filthy Rake. So when people suggested matches for me to look at in my wrap-up of the best games of the season finals, there was like 5 different suggestions of people saying, this match, and one of them specifically said they both punch each other in the face repeatedly for an awesome game. And it was just so good. You got to watch this map. And I was specifically reaching out to the community. I was saying, guys, what were the individual maps that were the most fun to watch and the best, like, you know, really exciting bangers? And this one got recommended a ton. So I didn't see it. I know the overall score result of the series. I don't actually know who wins this map. So let's get into it. I just take a look-see. Romanticide, a big map. And obviously, for those who don't know, Time is the #1 player in China who has recently been beating some of the best guys in the world at these season finals. Has made it past the group stage once or twice now. And he is honestly on a completely another level to the rest of the Chinese players. China, not one of the biggest regions in StarCraft historically, but they've had a few pros that do really well. Time is on another level where he's up there with the top Koreans, the top Europeans. And there's a lot of people who are super excited. A massive thanks, by the way, Filthy Reek, for that. Filthy Reek? We're continuing apparently talking about John Wick. Filthy Rake. I'm sure you do actually. Hopefully you haven't been put in someone's dungeon and butchered Ramsay Bolton style. Thank you, Filthy Rake, for the love, mate. Hope you're doing good, dude. So this is gonna be interesting to see where this goes. I hope this lives up to the hype. For now, very standard openings. You might be like, boring. Why isn't there a 12? But well, it's Zerg versus Terran. Let's be real, guys. If one player commits really hard to aggression early on, it's kind of got to do big damage, right? And it's very crazy the directions it can go. Whereas if we see more of standard openings from both sides, you know, this sort of thing. It looks like 3cc because Time hasn't dropped his second gas yet after the factory. So he's going to play a big economic setup. And Dark's already got his third down as well. So this is what you want because it gives the players durability. They're going to be able to absorb some punches. Now, interestingly, Dark went 6 Zerglings. Normally, we only really see people do that versus Clem, occasionally Maru, the gods of micro, because their Reaper's so annoying. But in this case, Dark just adding 2 extra Zerglings, bit of extra safety. And he's going to use those, of course, to help cover that creep tumor. Does he lose a... Oh, good pullbacks. Keeps that Zergling barely alive. Time unable to find any Reap attacks, but when your opponent's already built 6 Zerglings, you're not too worried about that. It is all okay. We're just going to very quickly double check that I did actually not screw up. Yes, I did. We're good. We're good. Continuing the game there. As obviously I was showing you guys a little bit of a fist fight at the start of this. And, oh, guys, get excited. Get excited. That is a second barracks. This is the 2-1-1. This is the build order I complain about the most when I'm playing Zerg vs Terran on this map because I am just not refined enough and good enough to deal with it. So basically, it's a little vulnerable to all-ins. Dark is not doing an all-in, though. This is one of the maps where actually Dark does like playing Lingbane openings on Romanticide. He doesn't like to open Roach here as much. He likes to open Roach on just about every other map. This map, not so much. And that means he's going to be facing Stim, double medevac marine drops coming across the map at about 6 minutes, maybe 5:50, and there's already going to be a third command center landed behind it. So what this does is basically Time just gets a couple of Hellions. A lot of people stop at 2. He's opting for 4, and you can see he's going to swap the barracks onto the reactor, and then he'll swap the factory over, build a reactor, swap the starport onto that reactor. So the factory is just getting his marines, his medevacs going, and he's going to be non-stop marine dropping from there. And on this map, it's one of the hardest things to deal with. Because when you expand down here, you've got this exposed flank where the Terran can attack, but he can also pick up, drop in the natural. And then you've got this angle where the Terran can drop here, but then pick up and drop in the main. And what that results in as a Zerg is basically getting tilted off the face of the earth while the Terran just picks where and when the fight's happening. His Marines dart in and out. They start just punching each other in the bloody face. And you're just there running back and forth with Zerglings and Queens. And it's one of the hardest things to deal with. It's why I'm so impressed when I watch like a Raynor level guy just block all those attacks without falling behind. Because it's a mixture of very flexible aggression from the Terran, but they can also have a get out of jail free card. They can just pick up and move away whenever they feel like it. And that is exactly what they want to do. The Spy does start up in the main Baneling Nest is almost finished. Third base droning on up there as well. Armory on the way. Oh, he's going to do a Hellbat timing, is he? Oh, he's going to morph a bunch of Hellbats. Now, guys, keep your eyes. He might put that factory back on this after the 2 Medivacs pop out and actually rally Hellbats. So it's not just a big Marine attack, but Hellbats in there. Amazing versus Zerglings. No, I guess he doesn't go for it. So it's... That's for just 4 Hellbats? I mean, that's good if your opponent skips the Baneling Nest. I guess he didn't see that Baneling Nest, did he? A little questionable, the super quick armory, if you're only going 4 Hellbats. I'm not the biggest fan. He's only got 12 Marines in there as well. So time going to go for... I mean, this is a very fierce timing, because keep in mind, guys, this is such a quick Spire, such a quick 6 gases. The raw material on the ground for Dark is 7 Queens and fucking nothing. He's making 5 Banelings as soon as he sees this. Okay, this is gonna be a very rough attack. If those Hellbats can avoid these, then they'll roast the Zerglings really well, and the Stim Marines very good versus the Queens. But I think, yeah, seeing Banelings, that many Queens, Dark pulled every single Queen. He's not injecting right now. He pulled every Queen to the front. You can see there, he quickly is like, shit, everyone, go inject and then come back to the front. So Dark trying to get away with some real greed. He's already got 3 Mutas on the way. Bane Speed's about to kick in. Double Evo Chamber is on the way. So he's going to be about 50 seconds, 45 seconds at least behind on the upgrades, as these upgrades are already there. And Time's getting some good creep denial. There we go. Does just chop the tip off that creep, and really quick drilling claws and 2 factories. Okay, guys. So expect to see some Widow Mines and Widow Mine drops coming in. He's going to be just keeping Dark busy. And I mean, for Dark, it's going to be a real struggle to establish a 4th base, unless he can maybe surprise with the first round of Mutas and either get a lot of SCVs or just clap one of these drops. Oh, if he catches the Widow Mine drop moving out, that would be huge. Remember, right now, Time still has no idea that there's Mutas. Those Mutas coming down the left side of the map. Widow Mine drop. Ooh, no. Is he starting turrets? Good choice, good choice. Time's going to use that drop, clean up the Pervert Overlord above his natural. Mutas and the Widow Mine drop going right past each other. They don't see each other, guys. They do not see each other. Okay, but the turrets just kicked in time. Perfect timing from Time. Perfect timing from... Oh, go F yourself. Oh, Jesus Christ. Some players just have the worst names, don't they? Nice, Time... anyone like that. 2 SCVs do get picked off on the 4th and 5th barracks. The Marine count not enough yet. Stim's over there, but ooh, meanwhile, drop on the other side. It's a triple drop. It's a big one. Does pull it back for now. Oh, there's plenty of Widow Mines, but there's no actual Marines here. Wait. Oh, Widow Mines just got 12 workers. Sorry, guys. Too much going on at once. He's going to burrow there. Does he? Oh, he doesn't target fire. He does not target fire on the drones. That one he does. 17 workers go down for just 4 SCVs. Ow. Ow. Dark takes big punch to face. He's going to quickly get down there with the Overseer, try and clean these up. His Mutas didn't find much damage, though. Remember, they got a few Marines, a few SCVs. They delayed a barracks. Ooh, does kill that before it fires. These guys won't fire, will they? Dark. Duck, Widow Mine. He's playing Duck, Widow Mine, guys. It's a fun game. Play it with your kids. It's really cool. Basically, if you guys live on Romanticide, you grow up as a poor Zerg, it's a little bit different to our first world existence where, you know, you're used to safety and shit. You're like, oh, don't go outside. You might get grabbed by someone in the van. If you grow up as a Zerg on Romanticide, you grow up playing Duck, Widow Mine. It's where you run around, Duck, Widow Mine, and then half the time it explodes, and then it's disgusting, and you're wounded for the rest of your life. It's really fucked up. What can I say? Being Zerg is hard, especially when your opponent's dropping Widow Mines on your base. Oh, Widow Mine drop gets shut down on the north. But that's a snipe on the bottom. No cancel. Picks it up. Gets on out of there. Muta count is up to 16 Mutas, plus 2 attack is on the way as well. 2-2 has not started. Dark's forgotten about 2-2. That's an issue for him. Dark needs to remember to start 2-2. He's making a lot of drones right now, trying to catch up on that economy. Dark's creep spread kind of jank, but just keep in mind, Dark has some of the best comebacks in all of StarCraft 2. I even think of his series versus Clem where he was looking kind of behind on this map and he just fought back with those big run bys. Man, that Dark TSL versus Clem series is a thing of legends, is it not? The Muta's coming in on the natural. Widow Mine there, watch out. He sees it, he clumps, he focus fires, he takes it down. Oh, there was another Widow Mine back behind the other one that he didn't see though. Oh, the E-Bays. Why do people always put their fucking E-Bays here? Oh, he loses +2 armor. Oh man, on this map, putting your engineering bays there is legitimately so bad, guys. Oh, but he's gonna pay for it. Oh my god, he's gonna pay for it. Okay, okay. He loses 5 mutas there. You know, it was the armor upgrade, not the attack upgrade. It could have been worse for Time, who hasn't finished his wall. Time! He sees a lot of red dots. Yeah, bad weather warning, dude. Watch out. It's mostly Zerglings, though. As long as he runs the SCVs, he'll be fine. Good pullback, I think, there by Dark. Meanwhile, pushing on the other side of the map, Widowmine, Marine Spready. Decent trade there for Time. He's got to be careful to not get overextended and collapsed upon. He's got to finish this wall, man. Finish that wall, bro. Okay, so 2-2 has now started. It's halfway done. +2 armor restarts here. We want to see +3 weapons starting as well. Hive is on the way for Dark, who still just playing Massling Bane Muta. And what's his transition? I mean, normally from here, the natural transition is Ultras at Hive Tech. I think that's what he's going to have to go for. Time's trying to push here. This is not a big army. There's no Widowmines. This is actually potentially a really bad push for him. Even though he's got Thors and some Hellbats in there, which complicates things for Dark, you want to have Widowmines on both sides, and his Widowmine count really sucks right now. It's just 6, and a lot of them are on anti-Muta defense right now. He snipes a base up here. Time with a fantastic base snipe. Oh, and he's just going to trade the Marines to the Mutas. He gets a few of them. Loses that big army, but at the same time pushes in on the south. I mean, Dark's losing territory right now. He's got to crush this army. He's losing too many bases. The Marauders creating a big, thick wall, but where are those Widowmines? Where are the Widowmines? Where's the damage output? The Banelings aren't really doing the most efficient pickups or anything. He's going to pick up a Thor and try to get out of there. One Thor, a bunch of bio does go down. Time has to abandon ship, though. And that's what happens if your Widowmines aren't with the army. It's very important you have all those pieces to make it difficult for the Zerg to engage into. His wall off on the south is still not finished. That is honestly, if there's one way I see Dark just smashing, it's going to be this opening. Not to mention, you've got to keep that wall repaired up. As the game goes on against Ling Bane, I feel like even plonking a planetary here might make sense. But 8 barracks are up, lots of tech labs making Marauders, +3 weapons, +2 plating is going to make the Thors, the Medevacs, the Mines harder to kill. Now, there's armor on the way, Burrow, and that's it. The Hive tech is literally non-existent. He's not making... There we go. He's making +3 melee. Carapace is the more important upgrade. Weird choice there for Dark. Adrenal Glands and Carapace, I think, are way more important than melee. But, hey, it is what it is. Mutas are still in a massive flock. 22 mutas. Main base has 2 Widowmines, 3 turrets. That's going to dissuade any mutas from going in there. You add a Marine rally to that, it's very dangerous. But Muta's going to pick off a few depots, just anything you can find. This is also going to open up for future Ling Bane run bys. Oh, Thor in the open! Thor in the open! Ooh, big mistake there to leave that unattended. And that sensor tower is going to burn down. Now, he's actually got Widowmines this time. If Time can spread those out, this is going to be a nasty area. Remember, fighting at max for Ling Bane Muta against Biomine Thor is a disastrous situation. Right now, the cost efficiency is off the charts for Dark. You're meant to be down at least 2,000 or 3,000 resources by this stage. He's almost dead even. But that's going to change. He's trying to slow things down by just rolling Banelings in. Time a little tentative. I do think, like, I'm kind of wondering where Time's whole army is. A lot of it's just there, but if he can just push through the middle and set up a trade, there's no Ultras on the way. Right now, Dark does not have a high-level army. It's still mutilating Bane. I think Time's got to force trades right now, or Dark's gonna have a little bit too much time in this series to catch back up on the composition and the tech. Dark's economy is great, but it's his composition that sucks right now, and that's why we see Time leveraging this. He says, let's push in. Dark wisely abandons ship. A very mature decision from the Zerg, who is one of the hardest players to kill in the entire world. Dark always just giving up bases when he needs to, pulling back. He's got those 2 bases on the left, so he's still on 5 expansions. He's adding +3 attack to his 2-1 mutas. They're going to be 3-1 soon. He's adding 3-3. Still doesn't have Adrenal Glands, one of the most important upgrades when it comes to like Lings versus Thors, Marauders, Marines. What's his Baneling count? 34, 31 Banelings. He's going to 40 Banelings. Honestly, if Time can just spread this army here, just mostly on the edge of creep, I don't know if Dark can engage this. Dark is in big trouble. Notice he's trying to slow it down by rolling Banes into it. Marauders don't give a shit about a couple of Banelings, though. The Marines are spread. The army's there. There's Widowmines everywhere. Queen's going to take 1 or 2 of those Widowmines. That's actually very good to pull it away. The Muta counterattack finds the expands, though. He's going to kill a bunch of his command centers. The double lib on the left side is massacring the drone count. It looks like the Ling Bane cleared out the front line, but there's still so much more where that came from. Time has got to keep forcing these trades. Most of his Widowmines have gone off. Dark has actually managed to bleed out all the Widow Mines. He's trying to fight just the dregs of the army. The turret goes down in the top left as well, or the top right, I should say. The army a little slow to get there. He's going to lose 3 command centers in this is time. And Dark somehow does not lose a hatchery. I mean, he loses 9 drones to these libs. The Liberator's doing a bit of a Florencio siege up on the same location. I'd love to see those split their focus. The Widow Mines, though, have recycled, and these could get big hits. Keep your eyes on that. The Thors, the Marines, regrouping right now. Time trying to build command centers, but he got punished so hard for having the command centers up there. And this is actually one of the golden rules of Terran. You want to build your command centers in the safer areas. Here is probably the prime area, because if those command centers go down, your economic growth is so delayed. He was trying to build the Iron Bank. That's what these command centers are. Those are the extra orbitals that you can just keep spamming those down over and over and over again. Mass mules, mass scans, scout your opponent. Losing those orbitals and his 5th expansion at the same time sets time back a long ways, and it allows Dark to once again just hang out on Lingbane MUTA. Now, any other players should be dead at this point. Lingbane MUTA is not good at this stage of the game. It's terrible in front-on fights. He only has one option, and that is to backstab, but there's no wall. There's not that many units at home. Backstabbing is a good choice when the Terran is not that well set up. Lings run in there and take damage. Army's set up there, but Time's got to worry about his rally. Uh-oh. Ling's getting on top of the SCVs. Another command center goes down. Dark, the orbital sniper, just running on in and punching Time in the face. Time says, you know what answers a punch? A punch. He's going to dive in on the other side of the map, snipe the hatchery, and run in there. Who's doing more damage? I mean, if he can just get out a pack of Marines with this Thor, he can absolutely defend those mutas. If they dive on the production, it's very dangerous. There is a safe zone in the bottom left. Meanwhile, the middle base goes down. That base goes down. Time snipes 2 hatcheries. Oh, watch out, Dark. Watch out. He takes a big couple of Widow Mine hits, but he gets to the Thor snipe, and that allows him to prolong this situation. He's staying away from that. Watch out for the Widow Mines. The Overseers are starting to go down. More Lings come in, though, and that could be game ending. Uh-oh, a bunch of them get aggroed on a planetary. Not good for Dark there. Time's going to run home and try to stabilize now, but he's about to lose a lot more SCVs. Adrenal Glands has now started in the midst of this. Dark thinks about starting Adrenal. His mutas are almost at 3-3 right now, guys. They're at 3-1, soon to be 3-2. Dark is absolutely wild. He puts a Pervert Zergling there to try and spot some of those units as they go past. More command centers have finished for Time. Time wants to bring the fight back to Dark. A few Zerglings running rampant, running amok in his natural, and look at that. Distracting him with burrowed Zerglings there. Finally cleans up those guys. He will clean up the burrowed Zerglings as well. Widowmine's going to fire. No. Okay. Dark's mining is almost non-existent. He's got almost no minerals coming in. This base and this base is still mining. I mean, this should be a win for Time. As much as he took so much damage there. Oh, but look at that. The Zergling sees him move out. And Dark, what's he going to do? He's just going to counterattack again like he's been doing all game long. So Time here with a very conservative rally point. Ah, he's going to lose a command center. Dude, that's like the 4th orbital that's gone down this game. I mean, that wasn't even an orbital, but he's lost a planetary, 3 command centers, and an orbital. That's 5 command centers he's lost. Now, obviously, 6 hatcheries have died. Hatcheries, though, pop up at a much quicker rate. Oh my god, I didn't even see that. What? He's got more. He's got a second one there as well. He's got another one he sets off, and he jumps on the... Oh my... Oh, no. Dark. Dark. Oh, Dark. Oh, man, he's so good. He's so good. Holy shit. Oh, man, he's still got no income, though. He can't deal. He can't deal with this army, and he's still on such a defunct composition of Lingbane MUTA. I mean, he's got to keep backstabbing, but he can't get rid of these planetaries, which is the problem, and there's still enough mining. The reinforces out of this world, guys. Look, this is a fucking 6-minute massive income advantage for Time. It's a 6-minute massive income advantage. How is he being efficient? Guys, with this compositional matchup, and in this matchup in general, you're never meant to be even in the resources, not even close. The fact that Dark is still even in the resources lost shows you how much of a tactical mastermind and a frigging god of engagement Stark is. It doesn't matter where you put him. Honestly, I feel like Dark is a guy who could be hungover, retching over the toilet bowl. You put him in a game against a top-tier pro gamer in the world, down 60 supply, and his eyes light up and he goes, oh, you know what would be really cool? Is if I made a comeback here in a game which any other player would just GG out of. Wouldn't that be fun? And then he just fucking plays everything perfectly. He levels up so much from behind. I mean, this is the thing that legends are made of. This is what made Maru so famous in 2018, Serral so famous in 2018. In that year where they both dominated their regions, it was when they got behind, they became unstoppable. They played better than anybody else. They seemed to almost get fueled from it. Oh, I don't know about this one. Oh, time not repairing. Time not repairing. He's not repairing. No, time. The mutas snipe it. Time distracted trying to push into these bases right now. But if he loses that base, he's in trouble. He does catch some of the mutas. Oh, with the Marines. Oh my God. Okay. Dark tries to thread the needle and he instead ends up doing that thing where a truck tries to drive through a car park, where it's like, oh, I think I can make the access even though it says I can't. And then he just like rips off a bunch of piping off the bunch of the ceiling as he drives through. His truck's not looking that clean after it. He lost a bunch of mutas. He's lost 36 in total, but he's reinforcing the muta count. And remember, guys, these are 3-2 mutas. So they're not nearly as bad versus Marines as the mutas that you're used to seeing. We're used to seeing +1 attack, +2 mutas versus 3-3 Marines. In this case, the upgrades are pretty similar, so the mutas are actually able to scale a lot better. I mean, this is an amazing attempt to make a comeback. I love it. He's long-distance mining. Honestly, just great attention to detail. He's trying to use Burrowed Banelings. At this point in time, despite getting constantly thrown off by these counterattacks, he has won the game. He's got a missile. Oh, he's only got one missile turret there. He's going to push in again. He's got to watch out for those Burrowed Banelings. He still keeps pushing. I mean, the thing is, he's mining more. Time needs to defend. Remember that Time is a hyper-aggressive player. Oh, okay. Wasn't quite clumped up enough to set up those Burrowed Banelings. That command center is going to go down. I mean, Time wants to keep fighting, but every time he does, he's allowing the Mutalisk mobility to find damage, and I think he actually needs to chill a little bit. Now, an 8 Marine drop there gets a few more workers. By the way, there's, what, 13 Banelings? What is... Are you a fucking troll, Dark? What is this? And he's not going to scan because he's dropping all of his energy on mules. Another one! He's scanning. He's like, dude, how are you still in this game? Just leave. I'm mining. You're not. Time frantically trying to push in for the win. There's 7 Banelings and 22 mutas. Time does not really need to push right now, but he just says, hey, I have the better army, let's win. But Dark, divide and conquer. He's transfusing mutas while sniping Thors. Oh my God. That time he does lose onto a Widowbiter, the Thor gets saved. What the fuck is this play from Dark? Nobody does this. Nobody does this like Dark. How is he still alive? And look, he's just migrating. He's like, okay, Exodus of the drones. As you push, you will eventually split up, and I will find the engage. Dude, he's got more Banes. The Marine count's going down. No fucking Faye. You have no business winning this game, Dark. You haven't been mining off the base for the last 3-4 minutes of this game. How did you just clear that army? Time still got mining. But dude, what the shit? Okay, the Thor shot. Oh, big Thor shot. Does get him muted. Wounds the rest, scares him off. He keeps scanning. Time is at a loss as to how his opponent's in this game. But guys, if he doesn't float his natural up there right now, he's going to run out of mining as well. And now his mining's dried up because he dropped way too many scans checking the base locations as well. He's going to try and take the middle. I'm not so sure about that. I really think he should go to the top here because he's going to spread himself a little thin. He does have 3 turrets there, so that will help defend as long as he pulls to repair. But he keeps scanning the bases. And I really actually think he should just be saving them for mules or... Dude! No, you can't! You can't lose that! +3 mutas get another orbital sniped! Oh my God! 3 planetaries, 2 orbitals, 3 unupgraded command centers, not to mention the ones that he's caught building. Dude, Dark right now is at full mast, and he's honestly, look at this, and Time's like, shit, he's taking a base. I've scanned it, I've got to attack. No, you don't. I think Time needs to just remake Widow Mines here, right? And he needs to slow down and defend, and he needed to do it earlier. And this is so funny because this is why Dark is a predator upon aggressive Terrans. This is what he did versus Clem, and it's what he's doing versus Time. These guys, he knows that their whole strength is them attacking. Oh, he snaps the medevac, so he can't do the hot pickup. And he just says, look, you're going to constantly overextend into me. As long as I'm always ready to give up ground on the defense and overcommit to the counterattack, I know I'm going to find openings. So it's all about backstabbing, avoiding, and really, it's guerrilla tactics at their best. Look at this. He knows that Time's going to get impatient and move across the map. And he does it once more. Dude, I mean, this is so insane. Because Time really did mess up, but it would have worked versus anybody else. But look at that, he attacks into the Ling Bane. Dude, I have that. Guys, 10 minutes of almost complete income dominance for Time. 10 minutes of income dominance. Units lost at the end of that game, more efficient for Dark with Mutiling Bane versus Biomine Thor. Did Time make mistakes that game? Yes. But holy crap, what an absolute masterclass from Dark. I honestly am just, I've been saying for a few months now, if you guys can't watch every game of StarCraft out there, just watch the games that feature Dark. Win or loss, they are filled with comebacks, they are filled with excitement, and they are some of the craziest shit you've ever seen. The number of games he comes back when anyone else would be dead versus carriers, versus max Biomine Thor with a handful of Mutalisks, like it's insane what Dark does in these games. And once again, my favorite player at the moment, because he is so exciting to watch. Dark, you're an absolute Chad gamer. GG, well played.